Hey everyone, CrimsonMune here, and I finally have a follow-up to my first GFUEL video, which I posted exactly 1 year ago today. Honestly, I made that video just for myself to help process some of my thoughts and feelings about whether or not to keep drinking and supporting GFUEL. I wasn't expecting to get a single view, so while it didn't go viral, I was surprised that it's gotten more than 2,500 views and that there have been a good number of comments and questions over the past year. If you haven't seen that video and you're wondering what I'm talking about, you can check it out by clicking the link over there. In short, last year, GFUEL's parent company, Gamma Enterprises LLC, was sued by the Environmental Research Center, ERC, for violating California's Proposition 65 by exceeding California's maximum daily lead limit and not including a warning label on their products. In my last video, I weighed the evidence and arguments and ultimately decided to stop drinking GFUEL altogether. Better safe than sorry. I haven't had a single drop for an entire year. Now, a year later, I'm following up on this GFUEL-led story. On April 2nd, 2018, about 2 months after they broke the initial story, VPE Sports published a follow-up article, which I actually didn't see until about a month ago. So thanks to the anonymous YouTube user who sent me the link to the article. Gamma Labs offered the ERC $68,000 in settlement, but this was rejected. They eventually agreed to a $118,500 settlement along with other regulatory stipulations. Specifically, GFUEL sold in California has to have a lead warning label, and if Gamma Labs believes that there's more than 15 micrograms of lead in GFUEL, then they have to include cancer among the possible side effects. I'm not in California, so nothing I order would have the label, nor is the label posted on their website or anywhere that I can find. It would be interesting to have a California GFUEL consumer send me a photo of the warning label to see whether or not cancer is included on the label. At any rate, most importantly, some products of Gamma Labs are now being tested for 5 consecutive years by having 5 randomly selected samples tested each year, with all results being corroborated by a third party. This is good news. GFUEL will be randomly tested by multiple parties for years, and surely if lead levels were dangerous, that would trigger a new inquiry and lawsuit. In all likelihood, this was probably another case of California's Proposition 65 being abused for the sake of getting money. In my original video, I suggested that I might get a blood test done to check my blood lead levels. So 2 weeks ago, I finally went to the hospital to get some blood work done, and I had them check my blood lead levels as well. I just got the results back. My blood has 1 microgram per deciliter of lead. And fortunately, anything below 5 micrograms per deciliter is considered normal. Whew! So, now, it's been an entire year since I've had GFUEL, so even if GFUEL has significant lead levels in it, it's not a surprise that my blood is showing up clear a year later. But it's definitely comforting to know that everything looks good and that the doctors didn't see anything unusual. Given all of this, the settlement, the ongoing testing, and my own blood test, I feel comfortable enough to start drinking GFUEL again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn myself into a human experiment of sorts and start drinking GFUEL again. In 6 to 12 months, I'll get another blood test to see if my blood lead levels have risen as a result. At that point, I'll post a final update video on this story. Until then, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your comments and encouragement. Cheers.